Hello everyone, welcome back to Literarylens. So, this is the channel where we break down the beauty, meaning, and depth of literature one poem and one story at a time. So, today we will continue the second part of our analysis of W.H. Auden's Night Mail poem. So, in our last video, we explored how the poem captures the rhythm of the train, the flow of letters it carries across UK, connecting people with words of love, hope, and even sorrow. So, in this video, we'll start from where we left off and we'll look at how the poem portrays the sleeping cities of Scotland and the universal longing to be remembered in a world that is always moving forward. So let's get started together. We'll dissect the emotional depth of Auden's lines and the profound human truths they reveal. So let's begin. In this piece, we are exploring a calm, almost eerie night on a farm, where nature and stillness seems to take over. There's a subtle tension in the air, where everything is at rest, but there's something which is quietly passing by, that is too gentle to wake the sleeping beings, but just strong enough to stare a tiny object. So I'm gonna break down the meaning of each line to make you people understand the mysterious and the peaceful scene these lines are holding us. Rather, we can say that these lines are holding for us. Okay, so the lines goes like, sheepdogs cannot turn her course. Now here we are introduced to her. What is this her? It is possibly a breeze, a spirit, or some unseen force. The sheepdogs, known for guarding the farm and being vigilant, are powerless against her. Now, this sets the tone. Whatever she is gentle but unstoppable. The fact that the sheepdogs, who usually protect the farm, cannot even influence or stop her movement, which shows how subtle and non-threatening she is. They slumber on with paws across. This line gives us a peaceful image of the dogs sleeping, their paws crossed. Now, it reinforces the calm of the scene. The dogs are in deep sleep, undisturbed by this presence. Undisturbed by this presence, the crossed paws gives an additional visual of tranquility, almost like they are resting in a cozy, contented position. In the farm she passes, no one wakes. Now, what does this line says? Now, this presence, which continues to move through the farm, that is so quiet that it doesn't wake up anybody or it doesn't wake anyone. That means just understand how peaceful or how calm the entire countryside is. The people in the farmhouse, the animals, and the surrounding environment remain completely unaware of her passing. It's like she blends in perfectly with the night, moving like a soft whisper. The idea of no one wakes, it is actually enhancing the sense of stillness, as if time itself is resting there. Because what is the reason? Just now I said, when it is moving, the place is so quiet that it doesn't wake up anybody. So it feels like the time itself is resting because of that sense of stillness, because it is not awaking anybody, and because of all these reasons, we can say that the time itself is resting. But a jug in a bedroom gently shakes. Now, this final line gives us the only clue that something has passed through. The jug, likely sitting on a table in a bedroom, shakes just a little. That is so delicate that it is almost unnoticeable. Just understand this importance of this jug. It is shaking, still it is so unnoticeable. This detail suggests that while the presence is so invisible and soft and gentle, it still holds some energy, force to cause the slightest movement. It's as if nature is brushing by, leaving only a faint stress of its passage. Now, this passage describes the night mail train finishing its journey as dawn breaks. Now, the line, "Dawn freshens, her climb is done," marks the completion of the train's uphill effort and the start of its descent towards Glasgow. As the train moves towards the industrial city, past steam tugs and furnaces, it's compared to powerful strategic chess pieces on a dark plain. The imaginary suggests the importance of the train's arrival, as all of Scotland awaits the mail, with people in remote glens and by green lodges longing for news. Now, this highlights the train's role in connecting isolated communities. Letters of thanks, letters from banks. Here, the speaker is listing two types of common letters. First is the letters of thanks. Now, that could be notes of gratitude, perhaps someone sending a thank you after receiving a gift for a kind gesture. Now, the second letter is letters from banks. That is representing a formal, or we can say that official correspondence, like statements or notifications about financial matters. Now, this contrast immediately highlights the range of letter types. One personal warm, and another one is the formal or the business-like. Letters of joy from girl and boy. Now, this letters represents personal happy messages, maybe from children, maybe from friends or young people. Now, the phrase girl and boy could imply youthful energy or innocence. That means these letters can be or might be filled with excitement, good news, perhaps like sharing an achievement, celebration, or just happy feelings, and all of that. Receipted bills and invitations. This brings back to the more practical side of letters. Receipted bills are documents that shows payment has been made for something. They are part of the everyday administrative course. On the other hand, invitations are more social, offering someone a chance to join a gathering or event. So, this line is contrasting the dull necessity of bills with the anticipation and pleasure of receiving an invitation of some marriage or some birthdays or some any other occasions. Uh, all this to inspect new stock or to visit relations. Here, the speaker is actually talking about the specific type of invitations. Inspect new stock. What is this referring to? Now, this refers to commercial invitations. Likely, it can come from businesses wanting to promote their latest products. Visit relation is suggesting that invitations to see family members. Like these are the invitations come to see the family members. So this two parts reflects how letters often mix personal life, that means the family visits, with business matters, which is the inspecting stock. So letters come with a lot of combinations, it comes with a lot of mixtures. So it contains personal letters, it contains business letters, and all of that. And applications for situations. This line is referring to job applications or requests for employment. Now, in older English, we know that situations was a very common term for jobs or positions of work. People would literally write letters to apply for a job, hoping to secure a place in the workforce. Okay, now the next line. And timid lovers' declarations. Now, this is a romantic and emotional line. It refers to the love letters, particularly those written by timid lovers, people who are very shy or nervous about expressing their feelings, about confessing their feelings, about their emotions, about whatever they feel inside their heart. So, these letters would be full of heart, perhaps hesitatingly like confessing love or admiration towards someone. So those letters are comprising of this love letters, which has a lot of emotional, and it is all like a lot of feelings are there. It is consisting of a lot of feelings, emotions of someone. Okay, now the next line. And gossip. Gossip from all the nations. Now this line highlights the role of letters in spreading news and rumors. We all know what is gossip. Gossip could refer to personal or local information shared between friends and from all the nations. Suggests that gossip travels far. We know that gossip travels far, rumors travel so fast, right? Crossing borders. Letters have historically been a key way for people to share what is happening in their life or to talk about events in the wider world. News circumstantial, news financial. Now, the word circumstantial here refers to detailed, possibly speculative news. Now, it could mean accounts of something that is happening in someone's life, or rumors based on uncertain evidence. Like there is no evidence, still people are making rumors like this happened, that happened, but they don't have any evidence. They don't have any particular proof for that respective rumors they are making. News financial refers to the news related to money, perhaps updates on markets, economic situation that is going on, or personal finances. Letters with holiday snaps to enlarge it. Now, this line is about letters that includes photographs from vacations or holidays. Snaps. We know what is snaps. We used to send it to people, to our closed ones, right? So it is a casual term for picture. And to enlarge in refers to the practice of sending photos that the receiver might want to enlarge or print it. So it adds a visual element to the letters, showing like how correspondence sometimes involves sharing memories or experiences. Letters with faces scrawled on the margin. Now this likely refers to certain letters where people dawdle or draw small pictures, especially faces in the margins of the page. So it's a very playful personal touch, showing that some letters are just not formal. Like it's not a formal writing, like right. So it's also have some creative or humorous elements, so that if you see that picture or if you see that letter, you would definitely laugh or you would definitely smile, right? So people might scroll faces as a way to express themselves just beyond words. Letters from uncles, cousins, and aunts. So the final line is emphasizing the family aspect of the letter writing. Now, the letters can be from uncles, it can be from our cousins, from aunts, represents the personal and the familial side of the correspondence. So, family members are always staying connected through these letters, sharing updates like what is happening and what is not happening, all of the thing which is going on in their life, and all of the thing which is also going to somebody they are sending the letters in their life as well. So, staying in touch over long distance is also the main reason for this. The letters which is coming from uncle, aunts, the cousins, and from there. So, staying connected is one of the main reason for sending the letters, obviously. So this is what the lines are depicting, or it is bringing out the actual meaning of what these lines are saying. Okay, now the next following lines are okay. Letters to Scotland from the south of France. Now, this line paints a picture of long distance communication between two specific places, which is the Scotland and the south of France. It suggests that letters can travel vast distances, connecting people who are very far away or who are far apart. This could represent a wide range of relationships, from friends or family members staying in touch, or business associations or acquaintances. Now, the geographical contrast, which is the cool, rugged Scotland versus the warm, sunny south of France, also hints at the differences in lives, climates, and cultures that letters help bridge. Letters of condolence to highlands and lowlands. Here, the letters are focused on offering sympathy and comfort, especially to people in Scotland's highlands and lowlands. Now, condolence letters are basically sent after someone has passed away or in times of sorrow. So, this shows a more serious and compassionate side of letter writing, where words are used to express empathy and support in tough times, in difficult times. The reference to both highlands and lowlands. So, highlands are basically the more mountainous, remote northern part of the Scotland, and the lowlands are basically the more accessible southern regions. Emphasizes that this type of letters touch people across all walks of life and regions, from the farthest corner to more central areas. Written on paper of every who. Now, this line shifts focus to the physical appearance of the letters, how the letters are actually looks like, or the presentation of the letters and all that. So, letters are written on paper of every hue, that means on every color. Here, hue refers to color, suggesting that correspondence can be as visually diverse as it is in the content. People might use different colored stationery, perhaps to you express the personality or express their emotions in whatever they write in the letters, which will suit the occasion, or just for the aesthetic reasons. They use the colors in their ways for their own reasons. Now, the variety of colors could represent that many moods and tones that letters can convey. So, it depends on the person who is writing the letter, for their loved ones or for their close ones. So this is the what the line is saying: the pink, the violet, the white, and the blue. Now, this continues the idea of colorful stationery by specifying some of the common colors we generally use when we write letters: pink, violet, white, and blue. These colors each have their own significance, has own connotations. So, pink and violet could represent more personal or affectionate letters, where we can say that the white might be more formal or traditional, and blue could suggest a little peaceful or calmness, perhaps official correspondence. Now, the variety in colors emphasizes how letters come in many forms, depending on the purpose and the sender's intent. The chatty, the catty, the boring, the adoring. Now we move into the tone of the letters. Each word here describes a different emotional flavor. Chatty, friendly, casual letters full of conversation and everyday updates, everyday daily life updates, what's going on in their life, and all that. Catty is letters that might contain sharp or spiteful remarks, perhaps gossips or criticism, reflecting less present human emotions, we can say. Then the boring. So these letters are full of dull, perhaps full of uninteresting or overly formal content. Letters. Adoring is refers to affectionate or loving letters expressing admiration or deep emotional content towards someone. So this line actually captures the wide emotional spectrum of letters, from friendly and harmless chatter to spiteful gossip, from dull and routine communication to heartfelt declarations of love. That's all what this line is saying. The cold and official and the heart's outpouring. Now, this line contrasts two extreme types of letters. First, cold and official. Second is the heart pouring. Okay, what is cold and official? These are basically impersonal formal letters. Perhaps the letters is coming from institutions or businesses which are distant, and it doesn't have so much emotional warmth in it, sticking strictly to businesses or protocols or rules and all of that. On the opposite end, the heart's outpouring letters are full of emotions, likely written in moments of deep feeling. So they may express joy, sorrow, love, or any intense sentiment, representing the raw, unfiltered emotion of the writer. So this contrast underscores how letters can range from cold and official to the heart's outpouring, like from strictly business protocol following letters to unfiltered emotions letters, or with full, like emotions, deep feeling letters. So this is the contrast which this line is actually depicting. Clever, stupid, short, and long. Now, we know that letters can vary greatly in content and length. So, some letters are clever, which is like witty or insightful, full of interesting thoughts or sharp observations. Other letters are stupid, perhaps very clumsy, lacking in intelligence, or poorly written. So, letters can also be short, which is brief notes or updates of somebody, or it can be long, detailed, and a very extended form of a letter, which is telling the entire story or sharing a complex information. Now, this is highlighting the different styles and levels of thought people put into their letters. Okay, now the typed and the printed and the spelt all wrong. The final line is comments on the different ways letters can be created. The typed means the letters are written using a typewriter or a computer, perhaps very formal, professional, but sometimes lacking the personal touch of handwritten letters. Okay, now the next one is the printed. Printed one letters, this could refer to mass produced letters like flyers or notices, which feel even more impersonal and mechanical. And the last one is the spelt all wrong. This refers to the letters which has a lot of spelling mistakes, suggesting this might be like this has been written in a rushed or in a very uh, with poor spelling skills, we can say, or reflecting casual, very unpolished communication skills. So this also adds a human element, that mistakes are part of everyday life and remind us that letters, even with errors, are still meaningful. if the one who is reading only focuses on the emotion through which the letter is written or through which the letter is coming. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to this channel. And I have attached some PDF notes and questions for this poem. I have to upload a third video for this because I couldn't add all the lines here. So, in the next video, I'll be ending it entirely. So, till then, see you in the next video.